looking at everything Amber and her camp have been doing since the verdict was announced. Right from posting a statement condemning the legal system, all the way to blaming the jury for the verdict, you would think they are just random. But it seems the actress has actually been working an angle all this time. So, exactly what has been her plan about all of this since the start? It took Amber only minutes after the verdict was read to call out the entire court system after it came in Johnny's favor. At first, she made it about other victims of domestic violence, claiming that her loss implied a loss for every woman that stands up to the system. And when the actress released the statement, it left everyone confused because people were wondering why she had that reaction when literally everyone saw her loss coming from a mile away. Well, the reason she reacted that way is finally out, and according to news outlets, it is actually part of a well-thought-out plot to change the narrative surrounding the case. Since that's the only thing she has left, this big revelation about Amber and her people became public knowledge recently, after a post from one of the most prominent reporters of this whole Depp Heard thing went viral on social media. Although the post only featured her personal thoughts on the whole issue regarding Amber Heard and how things have moved on since the actress lost the case. But a lot of people thought her words were true. The post read, "This is my non-lawyer take. 1. I want the verdict set aside and everyone forget trial happened. 2. Let's ignore the verdict and at least set aside any money awards. 3. Telling Judge A, give us a new trial because you screwed up so badly with all your rulings and start over again." Well, if you actually followed the trial, you're probably not surprised about any of this coming from the same people that blame social media for their loss. In fact, prior to Amber doing all of this, it's safe to say that things were even worse because it only took the actress's lawyer hours after the verdict was read to get on live TV and say this about the case.
This seems to be a huge victory for Johnny Depp this morning.
Yeah, a major setback for women, for women inside the courtroom and outside the courtroom.
Because?
Because basically what this said, Amber had an enormous amount of evidence, although a lot of it was suppressed in this case as opposed to the UK. But look at all the women who have no evidence, all these women who suffer from domestic violence, domestic abuse. They don't have evidence. And basically what this jury said is unless you pull out your cell phone and you tape record your spouse beating you, you're out of luck.
But Elaine, I think it was a bit...
Now, putting this into consideration, coupled with the plethora of other less than ideal moves that have been made by Amber and her team since the trial ended, it doesn't even seem fairly far-fetched that it was all part of an elaborate scheme. Well, the reporter wasn't the only one that was able to identify these patterns in Amber's behavior, as a lot of people also resonated with her post and many of them took to the comments section to talk about it. One user wrote, "It's already been denied by AskCarrot in my view at the final hearing and the order was signed. I think this is just to preserve that record while they prepare the appeal. The appeal they were supposed to file on July 1st, which has not materialized. Distraction tactics at play." Another user wrote, "My guess is that this is all Amber can afford at this point. She doesn't have the bond money for an appeal, so this is Elaine's last-ditch effort to minimize the damage done by the trial. Can't blame Elaine for trying to help her client. Though arguments seem really weak. No one knows exactly what Amber and her people are trying to achieve with all of these, but from the looks of things, their plans don't exactly seem to be working. But who knows, maybe they have a magic wand in their back pockets. We'll find out soon enough. Tell us, do you think they have an alternative plan, or is this their whole game?